Well, that looks like it's going to be a boss fight, doesn't it? Mission 20 is called Showdown with Nightmare, and it sounds like a boss to me. What are we doing now? Is this the Underworld? This has to be the Underworld, right? I mean, it's blacker and redder. Oh, hey, it's this thing. I wonder if we could just murder it with our death sword. I mean, Ifrit worked pretty well last time, but this thing is faster. If we can just keep interrupting it, that's pretty good. Uh-oh. Okay, there's two. I can take on one enemy at a time and do pretty well. Whoa, that's a new attack, or at least one we didn't see when we fought it last. But once they get up to a couple or three, they're harder. Hey, I was attacking there. We're losing too much health here. Okay, at least he had health. Alright, where are we going? We want to showdown with Nightmare, right? Well, that means that we're about to go to a boss fight. So you know what? We've got some red orbs. We're not really spending it on anything else. I'm not using the combos or the special attacks anyway. So we might as well just spend our Vital Star, get a new one, go into the boss fight with full health, which we didn't do on the last fight against Nightmare, it turns out. I went in with like 3/4 health, and that was a mistake. Okay, that looks like a really low ceiling. I do not like that, because I liked using my little diving foot attack. Then again, we're not using Ifrit anyway, so maybe it won't even impact us. Oh, and we're sealed in. Okay, so that's going to cut down our battle space even more. This could be a tough fight. This thing's apparently called Nightmare, by the way. I didn't know that before. I just called it the sludge guy, or the goo guy, I can't remember. So it's the same rules as before, if we would let us... Okay, fine, eat us. We gotta try to illuminate the room and then slice the glowing ball. It's challenging because, well, for many reasons. One, the lights don't stay illuminated forever. Two, the auto-target system doesn't always let you hit the lights. Three, he's always trying to interrupt you. And it's also Devil May Cry, so you don't have a lot of health, and it's difficult. It's a hard game. So when he eats you, you get to enter this area where you get to fight shadow bosses that we fought before, so basically just weaker forms of the same bosses. Now we're fighting the Black Knight, who is going down really easily, honestly. Like, he's done... there's the first damage he did to us. But that's okay, because we've done almost half his health already. Because we now have a super sword. Or at least a better sword. Like, look at that. That's just crazy. That's just hitting the slice button 3 times, and it basically killed him. One more of those. And dead. Okay, cool. So we beat him. We got some more health back. We're now full health again. And we just did a 1/4 damage to the boss. And I don't know why we couldn't just enter there. Why it had to spawn us a teleporting thing over here. But okay, fine. Fine game. You want to play that way? That's cool. So yeah, we've got to slice this thing. I don't know why I'm explaining this, because if you're hopping in now, presumably you've watched the other episodes of this Let's Play. But if you haven't, this is how you beat the boss. There's a glowing ball there. You can't see it because the camera sucks. And it's actually still there, but I couldn't tell because the camera wouldn't show me. He sends out that attack, which is no fun. Shoots you with those little laser beams, then opens up again. In this room, these things actually do hit you right when you're at the ball, which is unfortunate, because before they'd usually go around you. But that's okay, I guess. Maybe. We're doing okay. Like, I'm thinking right here that we're just gonna, you know, we can beat him without dying at all. Let's open up there. I'll be sending the flying thing around. But that's okay. We'll just We'll just do this, and we did it. Oh, what's that? It's really mean. Oh, Trish, you betrayed us.
You fool! You're so easy.
Trish, you?
Humans, what sweets. You should know better than to trust a stranger. Your presence has become a hindrance to my master's bloody scheme. Now die!
Oh, okay. So we just have to do the same thing again. But, oh, he's flying. Why is he flying? That is a new attack. He didn't do that before. Okay, can you stop, dude? Okay, good. He stopped. Now we'll do the same thing. Oh, but she now interrupts us as well. That's just cool and fun and stuff. Boy, it is really fun when the hardest boss of the game gets extra hard. I love it. Let's keep that open. Okay, the ball's there. Okay, just let us hit it. Stop, stop, stop. I can't even see where I am. Can I do anything? Can I do anything? Is Ifrit going to be better? See, what I was hoping here is I could just use my Super Goku power, but it turns out you actually don't start with full of that if you don't have that weapon up. So that's too bad, because I kind of wanted to use that to heal. Dodge that stuff, open up the ball, nope. We're gonna shoot me some more. Okay, ball's open. Oh, he's sending more of these though, which is very unfortunate. Okay, let us hit it, let us hit it. We're so close. Oh, we're so close. Okay, open that up again, or at least keep it illuminated. And I died. That thing wasn't even spawned yet, but it still had a hitbox. Anyway, that took a while, a couple of tries after at least. I think I spent like 4 total. I believe it was 4. Instead of replaying, yeah, it sucked. I'm not actually going to have all of those, I don't think, unless I change my mind between the time I'm recording this and when the video goes live. But I mean, you've seen this boss fight enough. I feel that it would just be redundant at that point. I don't think this is a very fun boss fight. I don't think this is a very fun to watch boss fight. I'm not having fun having to rewatch it. I didn't have fun playing it. This was the part of the game where I was like, wow. Like, I had started having fun. I genuinely was enjoying my experience a little bit. And then this boss happened 3 times in like 5 missions. And I was like, wow, this is no good. This is very bad. It's boring, and it's repetitive, and it just lasts forever. And if I were to have this boss, I would have hoped to scatter him a bit more, instead of having, like, I think we fought the Black Knight once in between, but it was like this dude twice, then the Black Knight, and then this dude again. And I probably would have tried to introduce him earlier, maybe make him a bit easier the first go-round, and then just to break up the monotony, because it's not good. There are good boss fights in this game. Like, I think the Scorpion is a very cool boss, and I think the Griffin is a pretty good boss, and even the Black Knight, who we find out is our brother, I guess, somehow. I assume that's explained in the next game, perhaps? Or maybe in the secret missions, or some mythos, or I don't know. But even that's a pretty good boss fight, because it's like the one boss fight where he's just a dude like you, and you do the swordplay and stuff. But this one is just, it goes on forever. But I mean, at least the Black Knight part is pretty easy. I mean, I got hit, what, like once last time? We've got a super sword now, and he takes a lot more damage from it and has less health, and we've now fought him 3 times, so we kind of know his pattern. I'm actually not even sure if this sword is better than Ifrit against him. Like, We seem to have a lot more trouble interrupting him with this sword because it doesn't have the same type of charge attacks that Ifrit has. But, like there, I think we would have interrupted that with Ifrit, to be perfectly honest with you. Whereas with our sword right now, we don't have that ability. But that's okay. We'll just keep jump slashing him to death. And dodge his beam, and he's dead. So we'll get a bit of health back. We did our quarter damage to the boss, which might actually be enough to trigger that cutscene with Trish. I want to say it is. It is indeed. Then she'll betray us, and it'll be sad, because we're like, wow, you're the one woman in this game at all, therefore you are the love interest by default, I guess.
You fool! You're so easy.
This is some not great voice acting also, but it's a Capcom game from the early 2000s, so it's hard to hate on it too much.
You should know better than to trust a stranger. Your
Like it's
presence has become a
not
hindrance
Resident
to my
Evil
master's
bad.
bloody scheme.
We're not Jill sandwiching here, but we're not that much better. Okay, so the boss has a quarter health left. We have most of our health. We should be able to beat him pretty easily. We need that core to open up first. Okay, can we just damage boost through this, please? Oh, so we beat him, and now this is a new stage where he got more health for some reason, and this is, I don't like this. I'm not entirely sure. We're getting really, really close. This is the part that killed me the most often in this playthrough, because I kind of had lost patience at that point. I was like, I just want to kill this thing, so you charge in kind of recklessly and take damage you otherwise probably shouldn't have taken. But we finally did it, and he's shooting laser beams now for some reason. Oh, okay, cool. And the pillar falls, and she's too dumb to move. Did we both just die? Is that the game? Did I miss a QuickTime event? I did not. There are no QuickTime events, which is one of the things I am glad about with this game, because QuickTime events are no good. We saved her even though she betrayed us.
Dante! Dante, why did you save my life?
This is very out of sync also.
Because you look like my mother.
Dun dun dun. Apparently Trish looks like his mommy.
Now get out of my sight. The next time we meet, it won't be like this.
She's like, wow, maybe he is a good guy and I shouldn't have tried to kill him.
Dante!
Don't come any closer, you devil!
Dun dun dun.
You may look like my mother, but you're
I will use my weakest gun against you one time and you will die, because cutscene versus actual gameplay is that dissonance right there. I think that has a trope. I think TV Tropes has a thing on that, but I couldn't tell you what it's called. Anyway, there's Mundus, with the eyes of Sauron behind her. He's probably gonna kill her, because she failed. That's a pretty good cliffhanger. We'll find out what happens on the next episode.